Hi, my name is Cheri McHenry, and I'm a licensed professional counselor at Renew Counseling Center. I specialize in anxiety, and I also am a group facilitator for the Anxiety Aftercare group. So today I'm going to talk to you about a technique called Notice It, Name It, Neutralize It. But before we get started on the activity, I want to explain to you that many times in our bodies and in our minds, we can start to create a story. And some of those stories have been around for a really long time, but we don't really notice it other than we're very distracted in our lives. We're not able to be present in the moment with family and friends, or in our jobs. We're not able to do the things that we want to do or that we need to do. So wanted to give you a little bit of background information about that. So we're going to go ahead and look at what makes those stories up. And what we see over here is that I have drawn out on my little chalkboard some ocean waves, that's what that's supposed to be, and a little boat on top of these waves. And that would be the person in this situation. And for this situation that I drew out, I chose this person is struggling in their career right now or their job because there's so many different changes in the world. And they're feeling very overwhelmed. And so what I did was, we want to look at what their thoughts, their feelings, their body sensations, and their urges are. So what I did was I wrote out some of the thoughts that this person might be having. So for instance, this person might be thinking, I'm not capable of handling all of this. Or another thing that I wrote out is, when will all of this end? And then the next statement is, it's too much. And so what I want you to do is go ahead and get a pen and paper and go through this with me. And you can use markers, pens, crayons, whatever kind of medium you like. If you like to be creative, I encourage you to do that and just have a little bit of fun with it as we go through this. So the next thing that we're going to look at, we've looked at the thoughts. We want to look at the feelings that this person might be experiencing. And for this person, I wrote that they're experiencing fear, worry, and sadness. And I want you to take just a second and think about what are the feelings that you're experiencing for your particular situation. And I know I'm going to be moving kind of quick on this video, but you can always pause it and then come back to it when you need to. And then the next thing that we're going to look at is body sensations. What kind of body sensations might someone be experiencing if they were in this situation? And these can be, body sensations can be anything like the heart rate being elevated or beating very rapidly. I also have on here for this person that they're having a headache, that they're kind of shaky. Some other sensations might be a stomach ache, tingly sensations in the arm, or in the chest, sweatiness, the palms of your hands or your feet being sweaty. Those are some typical body sensations that someone might have when they have anxiety. Then the next thing that we're going to look at is urges that someone might have. So an urge might be an urge to drink, an urge to do drugs, an urge to avoid or withdraw a situation, or an urge to yell. And I want you again to just think through some of these different areas that we've looked at and think about what applies to you, what you're experiencing right now, what makes up your story. Again, what we've looked at today is thoughts, feelings, body sensations, and urges. All those different areas make up our story. And the next step is to name your story. What would you name your story if you were going through all of this? And what I named this story is Life is Overwhelming. And I wrote it over here in the corner of the page. And so that's kind of helpful to do, because then you can kind of get a good clear picture of what's going on. Sometimes it's hard to get that clear picture when it's all just going on inside of us. And if we can get it down on paper or talk about it, it somehow just becomes a lot clearer to us. So once we've done that, then we're able to do the skill that I'm talking to you about today. What you would be able to do is, when you notice that these things are going on for you, you will then name it. So notice it and name it. And name it is Life is Overwhelming. That's what we named this one. And so you would literally say, oh, there's the Life is Overwhelming story. Or maybe you have a story that is named I'm Not Good Enough. There's the I'm Not Good Enough story. or there's the I'm not very intelligent story. Whatever the name of your story is, I want you to say that in your mind after you notice that it starts kind of ramping up for you. And hopefully that will give you some distance from it so that you can unhook from it and be able to do the things that you really care about in life. And if you don't get some distance from it at that point, one more step that you can add is called Neutralize it. And what you can do in this step is sing it to the tune of Happy Birthday, or say it in a funny voice, like a Donald Duck voice, and hopefully that'll give you even more distance from what you're experiencing. So I hope this helps. Thank you very much.